By Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting White Snake Live, the Purple Tour, May 29th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And by Alaska Airlines. Enjoy free entertainment on your personal device. Learn more at alaskaair.com. Beautiful day here in Southern California. Glad you could join us here. Mariner pregame as we get you ready for Brandon McCarthy against James Paxton. Roster move made today. Tough break. Tom Wilhelmsen said he's just doing tree trunk twist, banged elbows with Danny Farquhar. Now he's got a hyperextended right elbow.
And because of that, he will go on the DL. The club calling up Dominic Leone today. I think long-term, you obviously don't want to lose Tom Wilhelmsen. He does so many things for Lloyd out of the bullpen. But short-term, it's nice to have Dominic here, a healthy arm. Lloyd has about 3 members of the bullpen tonight that he wants to stay away from, so at least he has an arm he can go to.
Yesterday, you saw one of the hardest hit balls I know that we've seen in a while. It was hit by Ricky Weeks. And this is one of the reasons why we were so ecstatic when Jack Srenger brought him in. This ball got crushed. Big 3-run homer for the Mariners. Gave them a nice cushion late in the game, and they wound up holding on to beat the Athletics and get the series 2-1. Glad you're with us as we begin another series here on the road against the Dodgers. It's the Mariners against the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch is straight ahead. When in Southern California, you gotta go to the beach, right? Have some fun. Family. Just roll around and enjoy the sun. Why not? And then, once you shower down and everything, come on out for a baseball game to Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium. That's where we are tonight. Mariners taking on the Dodgers. First pitch from Brandon McCarthy. Down low for ball 1, and we are underway.
And a different look for the Mariners. If you haven't noticed, Dustin Ackley going to lead things off. Dustin playing center field and leading off this evening.
Austin Jackson getting a day off. 67 degrees here in L.A. Ackley will be in center field. Swinging the bat well, a lot of confidence. Bounces this one to Howie Kendrick, who we've seen for many years with the Angels. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. As you see, Ackley leading things off. Then it'll be Smith, Cano, Cruz, and Seager in the middle. And you can see what Cruz has done in interleague play. 291 average with 25 home runs. So hopefully that will continue. Dennis Morrison, Zunino, Miller, and yes, James Paxton, the pitcher, will bat ninth. For McCarthy, take a look at what he did last year. ERA just over 4, 10-game winner. 175 strikeouts in the 200 innings. He will not walk many batters, only 33 walks in the 200 innings last year.
Seth Smith bouncing off A.J. Ellis, the catcher. Jim Joyce walking out.
Good umpire.
He's a very good man. Very good man. Jim Joyce behind home plate. Greg Gibson at first, Marvin Hudson at second, and Chad Fairchild at third.
And you can see the shift on with Smith hitting. We've seen that in every series so far, and I think it'll continue throughout the year. Seth off to a good start, 5 for 9 on the season.
Brandon McCarthy, 6'7", 225, 31 years old, out of Glendale, California. This is his 6th big league team: White Sox, Texas, Oakland, Arizona, the Yankees, and now the Dodgers. Slicing drive, left field and deep. Scott Van Slyke turned around, makes the catch. Yep, that's Andy's kid out there. 2 outs.
And a nice adjustment in left field. Take a look at the rest of the American Family Insurance defense this evening. Van Slyke in left. Peterson will get the start in center field. Puig out and right. Guerrero and Barney on the left side of the infield for the Dodgers. Kendrick and Gonzalez on the right side, and A.J. Ellis will do the catching.
Brings up Robinson Cano. 2 outs, nobody on.
As far as quality of at bats, he had a great series in Oakland.
It's the best 0 for 13 you're ever going to see.
He hit the ball consistently hard and could not buy a hit, so I'm sure he would like to see the baseball find some outfield grass here in this series.
Lloyd said somebody's going to take a beating coming up soon.
I would agree with that.
I mean, he has really hit the ball hard. And he stayed within himself. It's not like he's gotten out, chasing pitches or anything.
Now, I was talking earlier today on a radio show, and they were asking me about it, and I said, the great thing is if somebody's going to go through that early, you want it to be Robinson Cano, because it will not affect him in the way that he goes about his business. Younger players, they'll try to hit it a little bit harder, and the next thing you know, they're in deep trouble.
There's one that's going to fall in. Base hit. It's not one of the hardest hit balls he's had recently, but look, he's smiling. I don't blame him. No. That's a base knock.
We're talking about it. Find some outfield grass, and he does right here as he goes the other way. Elevated fastball from McCarthy. Again, McCarthy will try to keep the ball down as much as he can. He likes to get a lot of ground ball outs. Good sinker, slider, cutter combination for McCarthy, or excuse me, curveball combination for McCarthy.
Boomstick steps in. Nelson Cruz, last couple of days, has come up large for the Mariners. Home run to win yesterday's game, 10th inning. Big 3-run shot in the 8th inning in Saturday's game.
Good look at the curveball from McCarthy, 83 miles an hour.
199 career home runs for Nelson Cruz. Don Mattingly, your former teammate, very impressed with McCarthy and what he has done during spring training and get ready for this season.
Well, I think the other thing that I was reading before the telecast today is his fastball velocity is up a couple of miles an hour. Last year he was right around 90. His first outing he was 92. Ended up having 9 strikeouts.
Center fielder Jock Peterson shading a couple of steps towards right center for Cruz. McCarthy, a 2-6 record against the Mariners in 13 games, 11 starts. Cano is on the move, hit deep, right field corner, carried back and gone! The boomstick, baby! Career home run number 200 for Nelson Cruz in an early Mariner lead.
Congratulations to Nelson. That's quite a milestone. He's homered in 3 games in a row now. He was beat on a fastball. We talked about how strong he is as he hits this ball right down the right field line. It's 330 feet away where the foul pole is. You can see that fastball. It looked like a little cut fastball in the middle of the plate. He was able to get the barrel to it, thought it had a chance, and he was right. A good start for the Mariners.
2-0 lead. Puig ran out of room. Live action, here's Kyle Seager looking at a strike. Seager up to 4 for 23 start. Shift on against him. James Paxton, before he's even crossed the line, he's got a 2-0 lead.
Dodgers have the shift on with Kyle hitting. We saw that in Oakland, they were shifting on him, but when he had 2 strikes, the shortstop would go back over to the left side of the infield.
Two.
Kyle and Jim Joyce having a good time. Jim Joyce just rung him up, and Kyle said, I think that's only 2 strikes. They're both laughing about it.
Two count to Kyle. Strikes him out, and that'll do it in the first. But highlighted by Nelson Cruz, 3rd home run in as many days. Career blast number 200. Early lead for the Mariners at 2-0. Home runs. Right now the Mariners have an early lead. Let's take a look at the Dodger batting order that will face James Paxton.
For manager Don Mattingly leading off, Barney will lead things off, and then it's Puig. Puig homered in yesterday's game. He will hit second. Adrian Gonzalez, what a start to the year. He has had 609 average with 5 home runs. Then it's Kendrick, Van Slyke, Guerrero, Peterson, Ellis, and McCarthy, the pitcher, rounding out the 9-4 of the Dodgers. For James Paxton, he pitched well in his first outing, bringing up a couple of runs. You look at his numbers from last year. ERA just over 3, 59 strikeouts, 74 innings pitched. Good fastball from Paxton. You'll see him anywhere from 93 to 97 miles an hour. And of course, the great curveball.
Darwin Barney, the former Cub, leading off. Jimmy Rollins, acquired from the Phillies, getting a day off. Don Mattingly said he couldn't think of anybody else to put in the leadoff spot. He didn't want to mess up the chemistry that had already been built. So he put Darwin Barney in there. Ground ball, Seager. 1 out.
Nice defense brought to you by American Family Insurance. Seth in left field. Ackley, yep, that's Ackley getting the start in center. Nelson Cruz out in right. Seager and Miller on the left side of the infield. Cano and Morrison on the right. Mike Zunino will do the catching. Well, you're talking about that with Don Mattingly putting Barney in the leadoff spot. I think Lloyd was kind of in the same shape. He wanted to give Austin a day off, so Ackley's been swinging the bat well, moved him all the way up to lead off.
And he'd done that a few times over the course of his very young career. Here's Yasiel Puig. Puig off to a 3 for 32 start, a homer and 2 runs batted in. Charging is Miller, throws, got him, nice play. 2 outs.
Number 23, first baseman.
Here in the first week of the season, Brad Miller has played really good defense for the Mariners out at shortstop. He gets rid of this quickly. He knows Puig runs well. I was really impressed with the double play that Miller started in yesterday's ball game. Back up the middle. It was a real difference in the ball game, him making that play. So Brad off to a good start this year.
Mom and Dad are here in town to watch this series. There's Adrian Gonzalez, National League Player of the Week. First time he's won it as a Dodger. Leads all major leagues with 5 home runs. What a start. 14 for 23, hitting .609, 5 homers and 7 runs batted in. I thought Paxton was really good after, even before he gives up the home run to Freeze, but afterwards he maintained and pitched really well and kept the Angels from scoring again. That was a tough loss to C.J. Wilson. Straightaway center field, Ackley's right there. Paxton answers the 2 runs put on the board by Cruz with a 1-2-3 first. We've got Lomo and then Mike Zunino and Brad Miller coming your way in the 2nd inning. Nothing like having a game changer in the 1st inning, Mike.
Well, you take a look at it, they were set up inside, but McCarthy throws the fastball, gets away from out over the plate, 330 feet away into that corner. And for Cruz, a 2-run homer to give the Mariners an early lead.
It was impressive. Cano gets a base hit, ending in 0 for 13 on an 0-2 count, and Cruz is behind 1-2. Good hitting by your 3-4 men. There's Logan Morrison to lead it off.
I think with some of the experience the younger players have made, and then of course the veterans that they have in their lineup now, what we're starting to see, Dave, and you have to give them a little more time to settle in, but what we're starting to see is when opposing pitchers make a mistake, there's a real opportunity for the Mariners to cash it in, and that's what we're seeing now.
Sashi Iwakuma, get him tomorrow on the mound. Ricky Weeks with that 3-iron home run yesterday.
That was impressive, wasn't it? That was one of the more impressive home runs I've seen.
I saw him today. I said, dude, I don't know if you'll ever hit one harder than that again. He said, felt good, felt good. Absolutely, felt good. Did not go as he checked with Chad Fairchild. If you had a recipe to get Lomo going right now, what would it be?
Well, I think I'll go back to what he and I were talking about in spring training. I think at sometimes he has a tendency to carry his hands with him. He's tried a couple of times to be patient, but for the most part, he's been aggressive. And then sometimes you just have to hit some outfield grass just to feel like you can do it. And that's a pretty good start for him. Now he's going to press the issue.
He's meat. Got a base hit, but Scott Van Slyke throws him out.
Wonder how Andy feels about that.
Yeah.
The outfield coach for the Mariners. Look at him. This is a really good play by the young left fielder for the Dodgers. He has a tremendous amount of power in his bat, but look at this throw off balance. Perfect strike. I think because he was close to the wall is the reason why Morrison tried him. He was still able to get rid of it. It's a good play.
We'll take a positive out of it. As you said, he hit some grass. He got a base hit.
Good look at our Alaska Supermo and the tag. Howie Kendrick, former Angel, puts it on him.
Mike Zunino, the hitter. Andy on the left, outstanding outfielder during his days with Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Scott, talking to Don Mattingly, said so many people wanted Scott Van Slyke because he can really hit left-handed pitching.
With power.
His career numbers in 101 games against lefty pitching, 265, 13 homers with a 525 slugging percentage. 3-0 to Zunino. Drives one, left center field. Jock Peterson. I've heard so much about that young man. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. 2 away. Who are the 4 players who best represent the history of the Seattle Mariners and the other 29 franchises? And who are the 4 greatest living Major League Baseball players? Go to MLB.com/franchise4 to cast your ballots. Winners will be revealed during the All-Star Game July 14th on Fox. 2 outs for Brad Miller, nobody on. In there for strike. Mariners' 6th trip to Dodger Stadium. First time here since 2009 when the Mariners won 2 out of 3. Coming up tomorrow, Sashi Iwakuma against Scott Baker, Taijuan Walker against Brett Anderson on Wednesday, which is Jackie Robinson Day in the Civil Rights game. Good to see the great Don Newcomb here. He's 89 years old in June. Got a kick out of it. Saddling next to good buddy Rick Riz, who's doing an interview on the radio side with Mr. Newcomb, and hearing him talking about some of those great moments he had in his career and his life. What a gentleman, and he looks fabulous. Don Newcomb, great pitcher. Swing and a miss. Brad's gone, so the Mariners in the 2nd got 1 hit. Lomo thrown out, trying to stretch it to a double. 2-0 Mariners on the cruise. First inning homer. Truth in Engineering by AM/PM. Too much good stuff. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. A little cloudy when we shot this today, but nonetheless a great day to be at the beach. Back in Southern California, we got 3 trips to Anaheim. Got this one, so 4 trips to SoCal. We got 4 trips to the Bay Area. Just completed one. We got to play the Giants and 2 more trips to play Oakland.
And San Diego.
And San Diego. Got that trip to home and home.
You are actually going to get an off day in San Diego this year, Dave.
Guess what? Got a couple of buddies. What time?
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I'll meet you in the lobby at.
Yeah.
Here's Howie Kendrick. Hard to believe that he and Eric Ibar no longer torturing the Mariners.
It was strange playing the Angels to open things up to not see that, wasn't it?
Man, this guy's a good hitter. They love adding him. Seager, nice play. Gets up in a scramble, throws, taken by Morrison, got him, 1 out. Nice play.
Number 33, left fielder, Scott Van Slyke.
That'll help his out-of-zone plays as you take a look at him diving to his left. Gets rid of it quickly. And a nice play by Morrison over at first, making an adjustment as that ball tailed back in towards the runner. Taking a hit away from Howie Kendrick. As you look at the Dodger lineup, Howie is the only one with experience against Paxton. He was 3 for 11 going into that at-bat, so now 3 for 12.
Videotape can only tell you so much, right?
That's it. You have to stand in there, and that's why I thought James had an advantage at least the first time through the lineup.
Sure. Breakout season last year for Van Slyke. 98 games, he had 297. On base at 386 and slug at 524. Again, good numbers against left-hand pitching in his career. 265, 13 homers, 31 ribbies. Three and 0. It's all youngster. Paxton pitched around him, didn't want any part of him.
Number 7.
I'll bring up Alex Guerrero, the third baseman. AAA Albuquerque last year, 329, 15 homers, 49 runs batted in 77 games. Pretty versatile. 51 games at second base, 9 in left field, 4 at shortstop, and 1 at third.
So far, only 7 at bats for him, but he's made the most of it. 3 for 7 with a home run and 4 RBIs for him.
Pitch. 0-2. Spent a lot of money to put this team together, and they expect to win in the West. Swing and a miss, got him.
A couple of good changeups from James. Typically, he's going to use his fastball, throw it a lot, about 70% of the time, and his curveball, but a couple of changeups to Guerrero out in front of both of them.
The 2 away. Man at first. And brings up the heralded Jock Peterson, youngster with 286 batting average, a homer and a run batted in. Doug Mattingly said he'll remind you a little bit of Carlos Gonzalez. A lot of moving parts, but said he can really get the barrel to it. He does a great job. He's a terrific athlete, can cover center field. And Chris Bryant, two big power guys in the minor leagues last year. Mark McGuire, the batting coach for the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw, MVP. Cy Young Award winner. Missed him by a couple of days, pitched on Saturday. Schedule came out, and we're like, man, keep your fingers crossed. Maybe get Clayton Kershaw and Felix. Felix, of course, went yesterday, and Kershaw went Saturday. And just missed. If Clayton Kershaw never sees the Cardinals again, he'd be okay.
For whatever reason, you go figure it out.
Honest
he has a
to
tough
goodness.
time with him.
Man, oh man, last year. Saw Rick Mondays on the telecast for the Dodgers. He said, Jesus, Mariners bullpen. If that had been the bullpen of the Dodgers, they would have won that series as they get the final out. That was the final out for Lomo. Last inning, Lomo, after the second out, was a little confused. Look at Brad Miller giving him the business. Nothing across for the Dodgers.
'65 pitcher James Paxton.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, James Paxton to lead it off. 9-1-2 will be followed by Justin Ackley and Seth Smith. That's it. Take your cuts. Archie Bradley of the Diamondbacks Saturday. First pitch, he was wailing away and got a base hit. First big league at bat. Away.
Can't imagine for the pitchers because they don't get to hit at all. This last fastball from McCarthy's 94 has to look like it's over 100 miles an hour to James Paxton. Elevated fastball. You can see how late it's
Dustin Ackley.
Tough duty. All I can say is get your bunts down when you need to, right?
Primary importance, my man. Primary importance. Ackley grounded out the second to open up the ball game. Leading off for the first time this season, Austin Jackson getting a well-deserved day off. Here's Ackley down the line. It'll get fouled. Ackley talked a lot about playing in center field. He likes it. It was an easier transition going from left field to center field than vice versa. see the action. He can watch the pitcher, he can watch the catcher, watch the batter.
The ball stays fairly straight when it's hit to you, as opposed when you're in the corners and it's slicing and hooking out there.
Guerrero not have a play. The Dodger faithful here, they'll be here till about the 6th inning.
It's been that way for a long time, Dave.
Here we go, did not. JR and some of the boys in the booth. They're going to stick around. 6th inning, done.
So used to over the years seeing the good two-seam sinking fastball from McCarthy at around 91 miles an hour. This four-seamer tonight's 95. I haven't seen him throw that hard in a while. Good fastball.
Picks up another strikeout. It's 3 consecutive strikeouts and 4 for the ball game. Mariners and EQC give a salute to U.S. servicemen and women with the ticket discount offered at nearly every home game this season. When you present your military ID at Safeco Field's box office, you're going to get 10% off select main, terrace, or view level seats. It's just a small way that the Mariners and EQC can say thanks to our troops. Seth Smith flies to left.
I just put the shift on again. 4 strikeouts for McCarthy, all of them with that good 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Got a feeling that wasn't on the scouting report.
I don't think so. Guys working their way through the lineup for the second time are going to have to make an adjustment to that.
One. Pulled the string on that one. Here's shortstop Barney throwing out Seth Smith. A quiet inning for the Mariners in the 3rd. Right now enjoying a 2-0 lead on Nelson Cruz's 1st inning. 2-run home. Domination and miniaturizing. Introducing the King Felix bobblehead. Thanks to Root Sports, it's free to the first 20,000 fans this Saturday. 6:10 start time against the Rangers. Get really excited for Felix bobblehead night. Get your tickets at mariners.com. 2-0 Seattle lead. A.J. Ellis, Brendan McCarthy, and Darwin Barney 8-9-1 against James Paxton. Here in the Dodger 3rd. Paxton with a walk and a strikeout so far. Giving up a hit. Check one to the Dodger catcher. So far, so good. Paxton picking up right where he left off in his last few innings against the Angels last week.
He has a good changeup tonight. His fastball is down at the bottom of the strike zone. Another changeup to Ellis right there. We're playing these National League clubs, and you have number 8 hitter leading off. It's important to retire him because you have the pitcher next, and you don't want to give him an opportunity to bunt runners around. You'd rather have him swing away.
Paxton in his last start, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. It was a 2-run homer. 4th inning by David Freese, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts, 87 pitches. There goes foul piss. Third base coaching box. Lorenzo Bundy is the third base coach. Davey Lopes at first. Bounces up there. Two and two. Cruz settles under it. 1 out. Time now for our CenturyLink. What's next? Game 2 of this 3-game series. At the Dodgers, it'll be Hisashi Iwakuma. David Huff is scheduled. David Huff used to be with Cleveland.
The left-hander?
Yeah, left-hander. Scott Baker was in there at one point. They had announced him a couple of days ago. Now change here to Huff. Strike 1 to the Dodger pitcher, Brendan McCarthy. McCarthy entering this season an .067 hitter. 5 hits, 75 at bats. Updated numbers. And there's a quick dispatch. That's all right hand.
See James Paxton with 30 pitches in this one. Lloyd would like to see him probably get through at least 7 innings. He wants to stay away from Rodney. Like to stay away from Farquhar and Medina tonight.
When Lloyd said that, he's going down a list of the guys who are unavailable. He says, I'd like Paxton to close.
It's a good idea. Rick Waits, the pitching coach, looking on. Well, yeah, off to a good start getting there.
Working the inside corner. Darwin Barney. Rounded out to third. There's a strike. Dodgers lost in the League Division Series 3-1 to St. Louis last year. Miller will take this. Strong throw to get him. James Paxton, top form tonight. 3 good innings and a 2-0 lead. Mariners. Good deal. Here's Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, and Kyle Seager. 2-0 Mariner lead. Robbie goes the other way. Backing up Van Slyke. Ball's carried on the track, and he's there to make the catch. Let's take a look at our Delta Airlines. Keep climbing standings.
23, Nelson Cruz.
And the Dodgers, they won the division. Cardinals knocked them out. Giants as the wild card went on to win the World Series, third time in 5 years. The Padres, everybody expects them
better.
Oh my goodness, they're going to minimum be over 500 with all the people they have added to their ball club. Here's Cruz inside Janelli. His home run added to the 3 San Diego hits. So 4 home runs already given up by the Dodgers. Cruz is homer in the last 3 games now. It's this one hard to the gap. Got some carry. And that one is gone. Oh, brother. Boomstick, baby. Oppo, 2 of them tonight. And the Mariners have a 3-0 lead.
We talked about it. You get a slugger of this caliber, and when he gets hot and starts hitting the ball in the air, they usually come in bunches. So that's 4 home runs in the last 3 games for Cruz, going opposite field again. His first one down the right field line. This is a low line drive into the gap. It had a tremendous amount of carry on it.
Boy, oh boy, that is some strength.
Eric's now 4 hits in the game, all of them to the opposite field.
What was it, Saturday night? You and I were walking to the bus, and you had said he's going to hit a bunch of them now that he's gotten going. And that's exactly what's happened. Man, he is. I mean, we'd marvel at his strength during BP in spring,
right,
but now to see it in real game action.
And that's the thing that you have to like. And even though he's going to play half his games at Safeco Field.
Here's another one, cranked high and deep. Giddy up, baby. Goodbye. Kyle Seager with a home run, his second, and the Mariners are riding high in L.A.
Number 20, William Morrison.
That's what you want to see. A lot of smiles and the guys having fun. Talked a lot about the middle of the lineup. Just starting to heat up right now. As you take a look at this swing by Kyle Seager. It's a pitch in the middle of the plate, right at the knees.
Wow. Both guys on 1-0 counts. There's a 1-0 count to Morrison, who got a single to left, tried to stretch it into a double. It was thrown out by Van Slyke. Morrison ahead in the count here, 2-0. Back with a strike.
Mariners scoring 8 runs in yesterday's ball game. Already 4 runs in this one.
One. 2-2 to Marson. Cuomo with that base hit leading off the second. Stopped the run where he was 1 for his last 12. 2-2. Strike 3. He's gone. Tagged by Ellis. 5th strikeout for McCarthy.
Number 3, Mike Zunino.
How good did that feel?
Oh, he ended up getting all of it. Again, a fastball in the middle of the plate, right about the knees. Towering home run for Kyle, deep into the seats.
There's Zunino. Fly to center.
Mike with a couple of hits in yesterday's game, including a double.
Slider for strike, 1-1. Zunino towards left field. Big hack. Piece of it. McCarthy came in to tonight's game having given up 2 home runs. He's given up 3 here tonight. Did he go? He did. A power display here in the 4th inning for the Mariners. Cruz, Seager go boom. 4-0 Mariners. And it has been a terrific start here tonight. Cruz with 2 home runs, and Bill Kruger joins us right now. And James Paxton got a nice little cushion here, Bill.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I've been impressed with his changeup tonight, Bill. I expected him to throw more curveballs, but it has been his changeup. Bill, one of the things that I was thinking about, and I've talked about a few times before the game, and not that James needs the help, but I felt that he had an advantage on the Dodgers just because the only one that had seen him was Howie Kendrick. How do you feel about that? And I know that you like to take advantage of guys with big swings, but when they get hot, like Cruz is right now, how are you going to get this guy out?
All right, Bill, thanks so much. 2-2 here to Yasiel Puig. There's a base hit, right field. Brewers will get it back in. Here come the Dodgers, their first hit.
Number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Second time around for Adrian Gonzalez. He flied out to center his first at bat.
Trying to get in on the hands of Puig. Leaves it out over the plate. Pretty much in the middle of the plate, and he goes the other way with it. And this has been the hot hitter for the Dodgers, Gonzalez. You can see the 5 home runs on the year for him.
Get the lead runner, and Gonzalez beats the return throw. One away.
It's a big out for James Paxton. Good play by Logan Morrison coming off of first base, getting the lead runner, gets rid of it quickly.
Almost been very good at first base these last 4 or 5 days.
No, he has been. He's played good defense. Seen him pick a number of balls out of the dirt for the infielders, helping them out, and the pitchers for that matter.
Made a nice play in foul territory. In Oakland, lost so much foul territory there. Zunino blocks the ball. Howie Kendrick 1-0. Howie grounded out to third. Now, you were a guy that had good pop to the opposite field. It's funny watching you watch Cruz because I mean, your appreciation for that.
Nothing like that, I can tell you. That's a whole nother thing.
Hit well by Howie Kendrick. Ackley giving chase. A lot of carry. Can't get it. Bounce off the fence. Cruz will get it back in. Hits the relay man. That's Miller. And the runner, Gonzalez, will hold it third. A double for Howie Kendrick. How many times have we seen that? Howie Kendrick going deep to right center field against the Mariners.
He typically tries to hit the ball the other way, the right-handed hitter, Howie Kendrick, and he knows Paxton, again, trying to go inside, get it on his hands. He's lifted about middle in, but it's elevated, and that's the reason why he's able to hit it out. If you take a look at our Alaska Supermo, and the sliding effort by Ackley out in center field.
Once again, that play by Morrison to get that lead runner proved to be big. For a moment. Second and third, 1 out. Brings up Scott Van Slyke. Walked on 4 pitches. Back in the second inning.
And with a 4-run lead, the Mariners will keep their infield back. They just want to get some outs right here. Got to stay away from the big inning.
Paxton deals 0-1. Dribbled foul.
Another good changeup. Not only is it a good changeup, but his location has been excellent with it tonight. He typically fastball, curveball, but the changeup down probably just below the knees consistently this evening has been a good pitch for him.
He's ahead of Van Slyke, 0-2. Out stop there. One and two, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Mariners 4-0 lead. Pitch. Just inside. 0-9 from the Dodger fans here. Down evens at 2-2. Alex Guerrero, the third baseman's on deck. 2-2 to Van Slyke. Did he go? Did not. Full count.
Good fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. 95 miles an hour. Van Slyke able to check his swing.
Big pitch here, 3-2 to Van Slyke. Big foul. First real trouble for Paxton. No runs, no hits through the first 3 innings. 2 hits here in the fourth. Comes set with 3-2. Bases are loaded. Second time he's walked Van Slyke.
That's not all bad in this situation. Van Slyke with some power, and you have a couple of inexperienced hitters due up. And also set things up for the double play.
Number 7.
With the way the James is throwing his changeup tonight, that might be a good pitch. You get a ball on the ground, maybe a double play.
Rick Wade's going to run out. Have a quick word with Paxton. He got Guerrero on 3 pitches, striking him out in the 2nd inning. Paxton's 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. The 2 walks to Van Slyke. Jock Peterson to follow Alex Guerrero. Sacks filled with Dodgers. Gonzalez, Kendrick, and Van Slyke. Miller and Cano double play depth up the middle. Paxton ready. Fly ball right field. Cruz settling under it. And he throws to.
Nobody's at second.
Nobody's covering second. And it's an opportunity. Might have been able to get Van Slyke. Scoring on a play is Gonzalez. Sack fly Guerrero. It's his 5th RBI. Dodgers on the board,
4-1. Cruz makes the right play right here. You want to keep the runners out of scoring position. You have the big lead. He came up, and there was no question he was going to throw the ball into second base. Cano was out there as a cutoff man, so Brad, he has to read that early on and cover second in that situation. Good play by Cruz.
Second and third now. A run in. Peterson. And a ground ball to Logan Morrison at first base for the final out of inning number 2. Fine save by Zunino, ball 1. Kendrick at third, Van Slyke at second. 1-0 to Peterson.
He takes a hack, doesn't he?
Sure does.
His first career home run yesterday. No man does not get cheated at the plate.
AAA Albuquerque last year, All-Star and MVP honors. 430 homer, 30 steal season in PCL history. 303, 33 homers, 106 runs scored. Had 100 walks too. Paxton battling the Dodgers Branch Rickey Minor League Player of the Year. And it was his 2nd time he won that award. 20th pitch. Hit the other way. Seager. Kendrick scores. Van Slyke right by him. Here's a throw to the plate offline. And scoring is Van Slyke. So a 2-run single by Jock Peterson makes it a 4-3 ball game here in the 4th inning. RBIs 2 and 3 for Jock.
Solid base hit from Peterson. Out of the reach of Kyle Seager at third. But this is a screaming line drive into left field. A strong throw by Smith, but a little bit up the line off target, so Zunino has to leave home plate. Not keeping Van Slyke at first base cost him a run right there.
Gotcha. A.J. Ellis, the catcher. There's a little fundamentals. Always come back and bite you. RBI and the sac fly for Guerrero, 2-run single. Peterson. Dodgers right back in it at 4-3. Another one dug out by Zunino. Wasn't a Oakland, and you got Rich Dunley on your left, third base coach. He and Lloyd go way back in baseball careers, back in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Fly ball, right field, easy play for Cruz. Mariners still lead, but the Dodgers come back with 3 runs on 3 hits and leave a man. We play 4 in L.A. Mariners 4, Dodgers 3. To the game, last 4 swings of Mr. Cruz.
Couple to left field. How about down the right field line? 2-run homer in this one, and then just a screaming line drive out to right center. He can hit it out of any part of the ballpark, in any ballpark. And I'll tell you this, in the evening here in this ballpark, the ball does not carry as well. Oh, you see how charged up he is? That is a strong man.
2-run blast in the first inning. Solo shot in the 4th. Kyle Seager hit a long one right after Cruz in the 4th inning. Got Brad Miller, James Paxton, and Dustin Ackley against McCarthy. Brad, his first time up, struck out on 3 pitches. McCarthy's got 6 Ks tonight.
He's throwing hard. His fastball has been 95 miles an hour. He's also using a sinker and a cutter, so it's moving in directions on these guys. Go along with a good curveball.
Oh, 2. McCarthy with the Yankees last year, 7-5 in 14 games, and he started the season with Arizona going 3-10 and 18 starts, a 5.01 ERA. With Arizona, he took that liner off his head a couple years ago. That was a frightening thing that you ever want to see. 2-2. Brad Miller's worked the count fully.
James Paxton waiting on deck.
Backhanded by Barney. Throws him out, 1 away. Make sure you stick around after the game for Mariners post game. It's presented by Delta Airlines. There's Paxton, struck out on 3 pitches in his first at bat. Why not? Back away. Like being in a foreign land and not knowing the language.
It really is.
And no interpreter either.
I don't think he's real comfortable up there. You can't blame him.
7th strikeout for McCarthy.
Number 13, Dustin Ackley.
Here's Ackley. Fouls this one off. McCarthy has not had a double-digit win season with one team in one season. He combined to go 12 and 15 last year with Arizona and the Yankees. 1-1 the count. Won 8 games with the A's in 12, 9 with the A's in 2011. This is hit well. Deep right center field. Goodbye. Home run. Dustin Ackley, his 3rd. And the Mariners have hit their 4th home run of the evening. And the lead is now 5-3.
That is an impressive home run. It looks like it's on a curveball, so the velocity wasn't there, and he hits it out deep into right center field, more towards center. I was talking about in the evening, the ball really doesn't carry that well here, but he puts a charge into this curveball.
The Yak attack. Let it ride. Ackley has now homered in 3 of his first 5 games. 13 homers now over his last 51, dating back to July of last year. He was freely talking about, hey, what we've been commenting.
How aggressive he has been.
And he said, I like it right where it is right now. I feel good about everything. You can see it. Impressive display of power. Little home run derby tonight by the Mariners. Ackley talking about, I feel great. It's been fun. Doesn't matter if I'm facing relievers or starters. Been barreling the ball up a lot, and it feels great.
I've talked about it with Dustin. He's so talented, and when he swings the bat, he gives himself the best chance, but at times he finds himself into some bad counts, 0-2, 1-2, and it's hard to hit in this league that way. And even in that last at bat, fastball that was borderline down on the outside corner, he took a good aggressive hack at it, fouled it back, and then eventually was able to get to that hanging curveball.
4 Mariner home runs tonight. 2 by Cruz, 1 by Seager, 1 by Ackley. This one hit pretty well. Deep right field. Puig going back, and he'll make the catch just on the track. Pretty good ride for hitting it maybe just above the label. Gave it a good ride. Ackley's home run highlights the 5th. Mariners lead 5-3. State in MLB history. Phil Bradley built a two-out ninth inning grand slam off of Twins right-hander Ron Davis, who saw his son Ike Davis over the weekend to give the Mariners an 8-7 win, fifth super slam in American League history. It's a walk-off grand slam with trailing by 3 runs. 5-3 Mariners first game here at Dodger Stadium, first of 3. Brandon McCarthy leads off the pitcher. Makes it a strike out on 3 pitches. Back in the third. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Dodgers in the 4th. Sacrifice fly by Alex Guerrero and a 2-run single by Jock Peterson. Quick dismissal there, 1 out for James Paxton, his 3rd strikeout. His walk, both those walks issued Scott Van Slyke.
The good news for Lloyd and the Mariners, Paxton only at 59 pitches. We talked about it at the start of the game. If you missed it, a number of the guys out in the bullpen Lloyd wants to stay away from. So he really needs James to go deep into this game.
Highly unlikely you'll see Medina, Rodney, and Farquhar out. Dominic Leone brought up from AAA. There's Wilhelmsen. He's got elbow issues. He's on a DL. 15 DL hyperextended right elbow. One. All 2. Missed away. 3-1. Yasiel Puig's on deck. Throwing hard.
It's been 93 to 95 this evening. And his best pitch so far has been his changeup.
Off the fist, popped up, going back. Miller calling everybody out, makes the play. Zunino went inside with that target, pretty much hit it. They bring up Puig. Ground out to short. Base hit to right. 1 for 2. Paxton went the first 3 innings. Shutout. No hit ball before giving up 3 runs on 3 hits in the 4th. That is crushed. Way out of here. Puig's second home run, 3rd RBI, 2nd hit tonight. 5-4 ball game. No mystery to that one.
No, it's the first pitch changeup, and it's one of the few changeups that Paxton has elevated tonight. 86 miles an hour. Zunino has a target right at the knees, about mid-thigh, maybe more closer to the belt.
Balls are flying out of here tonight. Strike 1 to Gonzalez. Rows back. Ackley going back. Not going to get it. It's off the bottom of the fence. Good strong throw in a little bit late. Gonzalez with a 2-out double. Tying run at second base.
been a hot hitter. Take a look at Ackley. Looks as if he bobbles it a little bit when he catches it off the fence. As he goes to throw it right there. Yep, that's the difference. Makes a strong throw into second, but that little bobble is what helped Gonzalez get into second base.
Brings up Howie Kendrick, double to right centers last time up. Scored on the 2-run Jock Peterson single. 5-4 ball game as we play here in the 5th. One, two. Bouncing ball goes foul. Kendrick, the only starter that had previously faced James Paxton. Howie, a long-time Angel. Five runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Nobody left on for LA. 4 runs, 5 hits. Left 2.
James giving Mike Zunino a workout tonight, hasn't he? Runners in scoring position. That's nice if you're a pitcher, have the confidence to throw the ball in the dirt when you want to, knowing that he's going to keep it in front of him. And so far, he's been perfect tonight.
And a lot of saves. The 1-2. Slapped the other way. And that's going to tie the ball game. Throw up the line. Howie Kendrick hurts the Mariners again. RBI single. My goodness. And the Angels got rid of this guy?
Familiar swing, inside out swing, trying to get it in on his hands, and he just inside out the other way. That swing right there is the reason why when he first came up with the Angels, they thought he was going to win a couple of batting titles. It hasn't happened for him, but we've seen that swing an awful lot over the years.
What a ball game. Dodgers have battled back to tied at 5-5. 5 runs on 6 hits. Both the Mariners and the Dodgers.
73 pitches now for James Paxton, and Rick Waite's making a trip out to the mound. He went out there in the 4th inning, now back out in the 5th, and we're going to get some action out in the Mariner pen.
And all this damage done with 2 outs. He went strikeout of McCarthy, popped up Barney, and then give up a home run, a double, and an RBI single.
Dominic Leone just called up, getting loose in the pen.
Dominic was on the bus to Albuquerque from El Paso, and he got word that he was being brought back up. It's like he's walked twice. One. Mariners have hit 4 home runs. 1 home run by the Dodgers. That was Puig in this inning. Paxton ahead. 1-2. Going to have to keep scoring tonight for the Mariners. We'll have Cano, Cruz, and Seager coming up. Top of the 6th. One-two pitch. Up to Miller. Throws out Van Slyke, but a good inning for the Dodgers. They get 2 runs on 3 consecutive hits. No errors. Leave a man. New ball game at 5-5. catch him on the bat and drive him out of here. 4 home runs this evening against Brandon McCarthy. He's already tied his own personal mark, Michael. Home runs allowed in one game. He allowed 4 back in May 27 of 05 for the White Sox against Texas.
Now he's going to have to deal with the middle of the lineup again, starting off with number 3 hitter Robinson Cano. Cruz waiting on deck, and then it's Kyle Seager after that. McCarthy at 73 pitches. Dominic Leone, who was getting loose in the pen, has sat back down.
1 for 2 night for Cano. First inning single. Broken 0 for 13. Flat out to left in the 4th. Here's the 1-1. Backing up Peterson. Nice catch. 1 out here in the Mariners' top of the 6th, because we know you can't get enough of growing fake facial hair. The beard hat is back at Safeco Field thanks to Jack Links. Coming up on Friday at 7:10. First 20,000 fans to see this year's edition. It's going to feature a Mariners-inspired Northwest green beard. Get your tickets to Friday's Beard Hat Night against the Rangers at Mariners.com. So what's he going to do with Nelson Cruz? A 1-2 pitch, he homered down the right field line. A 1-0 pitch, he homered to right center field.
The Dodger fans are aware of what he's done so far because when he was announced, they booed him.
5-5 ball game here in the 6th.
He didn't like that call. He thought it was off the plate. Plate umpire Jim Joyce calling the curveball a strike. And according to the EQC tracer, it looks like it was right on the corner.
One. Yeah, I agree. A little anger in that one. In that last time, McCarthy gave up 4 home runs to the Rangers back in May 27 of 05. Michael Young, Mark Teixeira, and Alfonso Soriano twice. 1-2. Striking out, retired Cruz for the first time tonight. Quick 2 outs in the 6th, and that's strikeout number 8 for McCarthy.
A couple of good curveballs from McCarthy. Take a look at this last one, just buries it in the dirt.
Number 15, Kyle Seager.
Seager took him out of the yard on a 1-0 pitch in the 4th. Monster blast. 2 home runs by Cruz, Seager with 1, and Dustin Ackley with a home run.
And the Dodgers have the shift on again with Kyle hitting.
Here's the 1-0. In there for another strike. The 1 pitch, beg your pardon, it's 0-2 now. Nice pitch away, 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-5 ball game. Mariners 2 runs in the first, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Dodgers come back with 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Striking out. Good inning for McCarthy. 2 strikeouts as he goes 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. For the Dodgers, Guerrero, Peterson, and Ellis coming up. Thank you, Andrew. Here's Alex Guerrero to lead it off here in the 6th for the Dodgers. Strikeout and a sac fly to his credit tonight. Seager, nice hop, throws him out, 1 down. Mariners have hit 4 home runs tonight. They hit 4 home runs in a game 4 times last year. Did it September 19th at Houston. Last time they hit 5 home runs was May 30, 2013 at San Diego.
James Paxton, 78 pitches so far. We saw Dominic Leone up last inning. Right now it's Carson Smith getting loose out in the pen.
Strike 1 to Peterson, 2-run single last time up. 1 for 2. Carson Smith's been impressive here in early stages of this season. Paxton trying to work outside again and missed 1-1. That is Paco Rodriguez for the Dodgers. 1-2. Foul. Paxton trying to post a 0 here in the 6th. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Took a lot off of that curveball. Typically he'll throw a little bit harder than that.
Here comes a 2-2. One hold there by Zunino, full count. Strike 3 call, got him. 4th strikeout for Paxton, his first looking.
Number 17.
No, Peterson didn't like it. 95 miles an hour. You can see Zunino set up on the outside corner. He thought this pitch was off the plate, and Mike may have stolen one for him right there. Good fastball at 95.
Two flyouts to right field for Dodger catcher A.J. Ellis. Throwing strikes. 0-2.
His best fastball tonight, 96 miles an hour.
Got a good tempo working too. So Turner, Justin Turner, a pinch hit for McCarthy. Strike 3 as he pulled the string on him. Paxton picks up his 5th strikeout, and he matches McCarthy with a 1-2-3 6th in this tie ball game. on Root Sports, being brought to you by the Rockwood Fired Kitchen. Pizza, burgers, and spirits by Clearwater Casino Resort. So many reasons to come out and play. And by Vern Funk. Bad luck can hit anyone. Insure with the 13th man. Vern Funk Insurance, as the sun mercifully sets on the Lakers season on Wednesday. The New York and LA franchises, at least the Laker franchise, miserable seasons. Those kinds of things do happen. Logan Morrison, Mike Zunino, Brad Miller, 6, 7, and 8 against Brandon McCarthy. Rocco Rodriguez continues to heat up for the Dodgers. Lomo tonight. Leadoff single in the second, tried to stretch it into a double inning. And Slight struck him out. Then he struck out, or threw him out, I should say. And then in the fourth inning, Lomo struck out.
And I think James Paxton's night is over. Carson Smith continues to throw out in the pen for the Mariners, so he will take over and pitch the bottom of the seventh inning.
Front 1 and 2. What a ball game we've had here. The Mariners have slugged 4 homers, 2 by Cruz, 1 by Seager, 1 by Ackley. Puig is homered for the Dodgers. They pecked away as the Mariners had a 4-0 lead, then a 5-3 lead. Eventually tied in the fifth. 2 and 2.
And Smith. Because right now Paxton's he's in pretty good shape with his pitch count. Smith may be continuing to throw because his spot is due up fourth here in this inning. Saw Ricky Weeks with a bat. Let's take a look at Carson down in the dugout just in case they have to pinch hit for Paxton.
Groans here at Dodger Stadium. Count runs full to Logan Morrison.
Mike Zunino waiting on deck.
Comebacker to McCarthy. Easy flip. And there's one away. I want to say hello to the boys in the UW baseball team watching in their clubhouse. Thanks to Andy for sending in the picture. Good to have you watching, fellas, and good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Great facility there at the University of Washington. Understand they've had some rain today, so hopefully the guys were able to get some work in.
McCarthy now has retired 5 consecutive hitters. He's got Mike Zunino. Strike 1. Mike tonight. Fly to center and strike him. 9 Ks for McCarthy this evening. 1-2.
Still has a live fastball. Mixing his curveball in a little bit more than he was earlier in the game. That last fastball at 93. He's topped out at 95 this evening.
Strike 3 call. 10 strikeouts for McCarthy. 2 away.
Well, Mike thought this pitch was off the plate away. You can see the catcher Ellis well off the plate. Jim Joyce rings him up. It looks like that pitch was off the plate.
Season high 10 strikeouts for McCarthy. His career best 12. Racking them up tonight. How about that line? You got 10 strikeouts, you got 4 home runs.
That is a bit odd, isn't it? Ricky Weeks has come out on deck. He will pinch hit for Paxton if his turn comes up here in this inning.
Two.
Did a good job of using his sinker. He's also been able to use a cutter tonight. His four-seamer has been 95 miles an hour, and then of course the curveball. We'll try to elevate a fastball here.
Gets that play. McCarthy has struck out everybody but Smith and Cano this evening. Chuck Jewett, bench coach, talking with Lloyd McClendon. Nice job by Brad to stay alive with that swing. 3-2. Up high. Austin Jackson with the night off. There's Jay Happ on the left. Sashi Wakuma, he'll start tomorrow. Put it in play. This is to Barney. Where's he now? Strong finish for Brandon McCarthy. Score tied at 5. Mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win could change your bucket list. Play today. 2 choruses of Take Me Out to the Ball Game here at Dodger Stadium. First of 3, Mariners baseball on your TV. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. 5-5 ball game. Mariners have pounded out 4 home runs against Brandon McCarthy. Got a lead, couldn't hold it. And James Paxton out here for the bottom of the 7th, and he'll face the veteran shortstop who had a day off until now, Jimmy Rollins, will pinch hit for Brandon McCarthy.
Rollins a switch hitter for Paxton. 89 pitches, so Lloyd McClendon's going to try to get one more inning out of him. His spot leads off the 8th inning. He's hoping that James can get through this inning in good shape.
Rollins coming over from the Phillies. Left that franchise as their all-time hit leader. Jimmy at 269 on the season, a homer and 7 runs batted in. Rollins to be followed by Barney and Puig. Paxton tonight has struck out 5. He's walked 2. Giving up 5 runs on 6 hits. Just foul. A lot of trouble.
Rollins out in front of a fastball at 92 miles an hour. Looked like a little cut fastball. Didn't quite get it all the way in on his hands.
It's a new bat. Good footwork by Chad Fairchild, the third base umpire. Got a great look at that. Rollins from Oakland, California. Got a chance to say hello to Brandon League, former Mariner closer. They've shut him down for 3 weeks, trying to get him well. Arm issues. 3-2 here to Rollins.
And Carson Smith continuing to throw in the pen for the Mariners. This next pitch will be 95 for Paxton.
3-2. Struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Paxton, 3 consecutive Ks, 1 away here in the 7th. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 2 more with the Dodgers. Jackie Robinson game on the 15th, civil rights game. Day off at home, and then Texas, Houston, and Minnesota come to town for the first big long homestand for the Mariners.
Justin Turner going to pinch hit for the Dodgers. So he will hit for Barney.
Turner to pinch hit.
Yeah, it looks like Lloyd's going to go get James Paxton. He's had Carson Smith up in the pen, and he's ready to go right now. Paxton, 95 pitches here in his 2nd outing of the year.
Paxton's going to leave after striking out 6, walking 2, giving up 5 runs on 6 hits. Carson Smith will take over, and he'll face Turner. And we shall return to Dodger Stadium right after this. Angie, thanks much. Back here in LA, James Paxton, 6 1/3 tonight.
6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. A couple of walks for him. Had 6 strikeouts, 95 pitches, 60 of those for strikes. Carson Smith will take over. You can see what he's done this year. 3 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, an impressive number. Opponents hitting just 083 off of him. Good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s with a slider.
He's going to face pinch hitter Justin Turner, batting for Darwin Barney. Turner 1 for 6 in the season. He's 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter.
And the other part of it, Lloyd did not double switch, so this will probably be the only inning that Carson Smith will pitch. The pitcher's spot due up first in the top of the 8th inning.
One to Turner. Now the 1-1 pitch popped up. And he's getting out of play.
Well, maybe there was a chance that since Brad Miller made the last out in the 7th inning, they'd bring Willie Bloomquist in to play shortstop. He would go in the number 9 spot, so Willie would have led off, and the pitcher would hit 8. But the design by Lloyd is to have Carson Smith just pitch this inning, get out of this inning, and then run a pinch hitter up, so there's no reason to waste another player.
Well, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. 5-5 game. Bottom 7. Unload. Justin Turner, a .340 hitter in 109 games last year for the Dodgers. 7 homers and 43 runs batted in. Carson Smith already hit some big moments and big outs he's recorded so far. Center field and deep, going back. Ackley got a beat on that slicing drive, makes the catch. 2-away. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 13 years. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in True HD on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
A couple of the sliders that Turner had left, or that Smith had left to Turner. Middle of the plate, middle in. You do not want to do that with Puig hitting. You're going to throw the slider. He needs to get it off the plate away. There's a good fastball on the outside corners. We'll take a look at this home run by Puig. It's on a changeup. First pitch changeup. Reaches out, touches it.
Puig's second home run is second hit tonight. Gives him 5 on the season. Swings through there.
That being said, I think if he can locate his slider down and away, off the plate away, you can get Puig to chase it. He is a free swinger.
A 1-1 to Puig. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Pedro Baez getting those hard-throwing right-hander for the Dodgers.
Puig strained something in his back with that swing. He's trying to walk it off.
We'll take a look at it. It's a slider. It looks like it's just off the plate away, right on the outside corner.
Something doesn't feel good.
Well, the ball came up and hit him a couple of times. It hit him in the knee and then maybe under his arm.
Two outs and a 2-2 pitch. Full count.
Good fastball inside, moved him off the plate. Probably come back with a slider away.
Here we go with the 3-2 pitch. The breaking ball laced into the gap. Cruz will cut it off and gets it back in quickly. Puig with a 2-out single. Go-ahead run. That's his 3rd straight hit.
After Carson moved him off the plate, he comes back with the slider. We'll see where the location is. He leaves it in the middle of the plate.
3 for 4 night for Puig. After grounding out to short, he's going single to right, home run to left, and single to right center.
And the hottest hitter for the Dodgers going to step in, Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez tonight 1 for 3, had a double his last time up in the left center field.
Charlie Furbush beaten up. Puig back safely.
Not much of a lead for Puig. A hot hitter and Gonzalez at the plate. I think you need to keep him close over at first, but really you need to bear down on this hitter. He has a couple of steps off the bag at first.
Quick 0 for 1 at base.
Bigger lead this time.
It's back.
Lloyd McClendon going to come out of the dugout. He's going to get Charlie Furbush.
So he wants Charlie to get the tough left-hand power hitting Adrian Gonzalez. Charlie Furbush, when we return, 5-5 game, 2 outs in the 7th with a man aboard for the Dodgers. Ball game, 5-5, 2 outs in the 7th. Adrian Gonzalez, player of the week in the National League. There, what he has done, and he is 4 for 7 against Charlie Furbush.
All the Mariner outfielders playing deep, trying to take the double away.
First pitch from Charlie. Breaking ball. Misses, ball 1. Dominic Leone for another time. He was up earlier. 3rd time. Bouncing ball. Lomo come get it. Charlie Furbush, 2 pitches, gets out of it. Nicely done. To the 8th inning we go. Score tied at 5. by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Jack in the Box, Jack's hottest sandwiches back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. 5-5 ball game, top of the 8th. A couple of changes here for the Dodgers. Jimmy Rollins will stay in the game, man shortstop. And the new pitcher is Pedro Baez.
Baez so far 3 1/3, 5 strikeouts. Hard throwing right-hander, has a split and a slider. Opponent's hitting 167 here early in the season off of Baez. And it will be Ricky Weeks who's going to pinch hit.
25, Ricky Weeks.
Weeks yesterday. A big pinch hit, 3-run homer. Coming in at 7th inning. And what a monster shot that was. Baez throws hard. Ricky likes the fastball. Let's see what gives.
Take a look at Ricky yesterday, pinch hitting. Home run, dead center field, and it is on a line. Wasn't open to see that again here. That first fastball for Baez, 96 miles an hour as he fouled it off. A big moment for Ricky Weeks and the Mariners yesterday.
Speeds on 0-2.
Came back with the slider. Dustin Ackley waiting on deck. Dustin 1 for 3 with a home run.
The 0-2. Years in Milwaukee, maybe all-star team. Hard, tough-nosed 31-year-old Ricky Weeks. The 0-2. Hold up. McCarthy struck out 10, gave up 4 home runs. Don Mattingly, 50 years manager. The Dodgers taking over for Joe Torre. It's the 1-2. Hey, struck out. Change up your commute. Take our online trip planner for a spin at soundtransit.org. Top of the order, Dustin Ackley. Homer on a 1-1 pitch in the 5th. His first pitch, 0-1. McNeil continues to prepare.
Boy, would really like to see the Mariners score a run right here. He was going to try to stay away from Medina, Farquhar, and Rodney tonight. We're starting to run out of options out in that bullpen. Leon just called up today. Tom Wilhelmsen going on the DL. Good count for Dustin Ackley, see if he can get a good fastball. Baez is topped out at 97 miles an hour so far.
Good start of this season for Dustin Ackley. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Paco Rodriguez up again for the Dodgers. Rio count. It's a strike, 3-1.
Good chance he'll get the same pitch right here.
Seth Smith on deck. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Three and one. Full count now.
We'll take a look at this last pitch. 98 miles an hour, the best fastball from Baez, and he just throws it right down the middle.
Two to Ackley. Takes it for ball 4. One out base runner here in the 8th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Chance for Seth Smith. Fly to left, the ground out and fly out.
Don Manley going to stay with the right-hander. Rodriguez, the lefty, he's ready to go in the pen, but he's going to stay with the righty. Cano waiting on deck.
One out, one on. Check one, Seth. Baez, 27 years old, out of Bani in the Dominican Republic. 6 foot 230. Seth Smith to right center field. Jock Peterson right there. 2 outs. With 2 outs, 1 on. And that brings up Robinson Cano. Single to left, fly to center.
Yeah, it looks like Mattingly may be going to get his left-hander now.
That indeed is what he's going to do. Donnie Baseball coming out to make a pitching change. He's going to bring on left-hander Paco Rodriguez when we return. Tonight, ticket specials, they're back this season. This Friday at 7:10, Rangers in town. 7:10 start for only $12. Students will receive a ticket, enjoy extended happy hour in the pen, Plus, the first 20,000 fans are going to take home this year's fun and fashionable Mariners beard hat. Students with a valid ID can pick up their ticket right now at mariners.com/college. Paco Rodriguez, 6'3", 220 out of Miami Beach, Florida. Second round pick in the 2012 draft will face Robinson Cano.
Rodriguez this year, this will be his 4th game. Only 2/3 of an inning for him. He's given up some hits. A couple of strikeouts. Hasn't walked anybody yet.
Most action that he has seen, as you look at Ackley at first base, played in 76 games, pitched in 76 games 2 seasons ago. Last year, 19 games. Close.
We go with a little step-off move. Snap throw to first.
Real herky-jerky motion. A lot of moving pieces.
And it looked as if Cano was just going to look at that pitch the entire way. Had no intentions of swinging. I think he wanted to get a good look at Rodriguez.
0-1. 1-1. Fist, foul back, 1-2. Cano tonight, a single to left, fly to center. Best 0 for 13 you've ever seen in a series. It's what he did in Oakland. First plate appearance tonight. Single to left field. That's outside. 2-2.
Peterson,
Cruz on deck.
Excuse me, Dan. Peterson, the center fielder, shading towards left center. Van Slyke towards the line. So there's a big gap out in right center field right now. Ackley and his speed, he'll score easily if he can hit a line drive out there, but he won't.
Tag applied by Ellis. Mariners are gone in the 8th. Home 8th coming up. The Dodgers will have 4, 5, and 6. Kendrick, Van Slyke, and Guerrero. The latter stages of this ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th here at Dodger Stadium. Game 2, our CenturyLink What's Next. Tomorrow's starter, Sasashi Iwakuma, goes against David Huff, left-hander, used to be with the Cleveland Indians. Iwakuma got up to the Rockies start early in his first outing and then really cleaned it up moving forward. Roster move made today brings Dominic Leone back to the ball club. Hyperextended right elbow for Tom Wilhelmsen. Banged elbows with Danny Farquhar warming up. Just doing some stretching exercises on Saturday. Dominic is on a bus ride from El Paso to Albuquerque with Tacoma Ball Club, and now here he is in L.A.
In a tie ball game, bottom of the 8th inning. Going to get Kendrick. Looks like Carl Crawford has come out on deck.
Guess what, Dominic? We may need some innings from you. A lot of them. Just joining us, Rodney, Farquhar, and Medina pretty much have been scratched tonight because the way they've been used lately. Let's see if Dominic can put a 0 up here. First hitter's a tough one, Howie Kendrick. Howie's had a great night after grounding out to third. Double to right center. RBI single to right. Center field, here comes Ackley. That's some good speed. Make that Ruggiano.
Ackley in left field. Ruggiano taking over in center.
Good reacts by JR out there. Ball always finds you, doesn't it?
Gets a good jump on it. That's the key as you look at our Alaska Supermo and the concentration. Oh, right off the end of the glove. Good job hanging on to it. Crawford will hit for Van Slyke.
Good pitch by Leone. First start for Carl Crawford this season. Way out front. Leone had some rocky times in the spring. Ball was up a lot. Hurt him this year. Hurt him in the spring.
Yeah, Lloyd McClendon making a late change and keeping Carson Smith, sending Leone down, but he's back here now.
He popped up right below us. A 5-5 ball game. We play the bottom of the 8th. First of 3 here in LA before the Mariners come home. Next pitch in the dirt. Mariners will be coming home from Texas, Houston, and Minnesota. And that goes. They check with Chad Fairchild.
I think he's okay. It was a check swing.
1 out, nobody on. 2-2 to Crawford, pinch hitting for Van Slyke, who walked twice, scored, and grounded out. Morrison with Leone there, wins the race. 2 outs.
Well done. See Morrison ranging over to his right. There's something on this throw, but a good play by Leone. He's a good athlete as they just get Crawford. Key to it is Leone getting off the mound right away. He hesitates at all with Crawford and his speed. He probably beats him. So well done.
Logan Morrison has played a fine first base on this road trip. For 2 night for Guerrero. He's got a sac fly in the 4th. Nice inning by Dominic Leone. Miller throws out Guerrero. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers in the 8th. Coming up for the Mariners. Cruz, Seager, Morrison in the 9th, and Nelson Cruz has been just outstanding here on this road trip. Take a look at this.
Beat by a fastball, hits it down the right field line, 330 feet away.
His third home run. Homered three games in a row.
His career home run number 200. This is number 201. He has been on fire as we check in with Angie Mente.
Number 62, Joel Peralta.
And the new pitcher is a familiar face. Joel Peralta. A deliberate start, not quite to the timing of Joaquin Benoit, but a very deliberate pitcher. Used to really throw hard.
See a lot of sliders from him tonight. Try to move his fastball around, but he's pitched well so far here early in the season for the Dodgers.
Don Mattingly said he has been an anchor down there in the early games here. It's been a good pickup. So Peralta against Cruz to start the 9th inning. Strike one. Mariners have hit 3 home runs in a game. It's happened 12 times. That does include Mike Cameron. 0-1 to Cruz. Popped it. One away.
Peralta fortunate.
Yes.
This is a good fastball for Cruz to hit 89 miles an hour. He just missed it. Was able to get the barrel to it, but he skies it in the middle of the infield.
Cruz now 4 for 11 with a homer against Peralta. Here's Seager looking for his first hit against Joel. He's 0 for 9. One to Kyle. Kyle and strikeout. Long home run. Right center field and strikeout.
And the Dodgers will keep the shift on with Kyle hitting.
A lot of softer stuff from what we've seen from Peralta in the past.
Well, you mentioned it. He doesn't throw as hard as he used to. The fastball through Cruz was just 89 miles an hour.
The last 4 years with Tampa Bay. He's also been with the Angels, Kansas City, Colorado, and Washington. Got to the big leagues back in 05. Strike 2-1. Peralta now 39 years old. The Dominican Republic. 2-1 to Seager. Hit it well, right field. Stays up in the air for Cruz.
Well, Peralta trying to keep the hitters off balance, and I think he's been able to get away with a couple of fastballs. We saw the one that Cruz hit in the middle of the infield, and I think Kyle just went off the end of the bat a little bit. A good swing on it, but just missed it.
Two outs for Logan Morrison, a single strikeout and a comebacker to the pitcher. Morrison 3 for 6 against Peralta. That was foul. Last time Lomo went yard last September 25th at Toronto in the Cup. Off-speed pitch again, 0-2. Mattingly and organization expecting a lot out of this ball club this year. Kershaw and Greinke tapping the pitching rotation. Oh, 2 to Morrison. Well, to 3-4, 4.41 ERA in 69 games last year with Tampa Bay. Dribbled off the end of the bat.
Putting up a pretty good bat. A lot of off-speed pitches, a couple of elevated fastballs from Peralta.
Mariners have not had a hit since the home run by Ackley in the 5th. The 0-2. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 9th. Bottom of the 9th coming up for the Dodgers. Jack Peterson's going to lead it off when we get back. his second inning of work. Jack Peterson going to lead it off for the Dodgers. Dominic went 1-2-3 in the eighth. Did not go. This is Chad's third child. 1-0 to Peterson. Round out the first, 2-run single in the fourth, and a strikeout looking in the sixth. Bounces this one up. Morrison takes him right to the bag, one away. Not only is Lobo fielding it well, but the frequency with which the ball is finding him these last 4 days is remarkable.
It is, and I think obviously a lot of left-handed hitters in the lineups, but he's made all the plays. One of the strengths of this club is their defense, go with their pitching. It's been nice for Logan too last year. Remember, he's in right field and moving around, and I think just because he came into spring training, settled in at first right away, was able to get a lot more work over there, and it's paying off.
Absolutely. It's his job to lose. You're a first baseman. Go do it. 1-0. A.J. Ellis. This is outside 2-0. Irish trying to play their third consecutive extra inning game. 2-0. Fooled him with that. 2-0. Leon, a 2-1 pitch. Past Leon, but Cano's there. 2 outs. Jimmy Garcia warming up for the Dodgers. I'll bring up Jimmy Rollins for the second time. He pinch hit for Brandon McCarthy that started back in the 7th and struck out on a 3-2 pitch.
He's been around for a while, but you still have to be careful with him. Has some pop.
To Jimmy. Well, back 1-1. Jimmy an MVP with the Phillies. Multiple times an All-Star. 15 years. 216 home runs. Not a big man, but he turned things around. 2-1.
Dominic has a good fastball tonight. He's 94, 95 miles an hour. Just missed the outside corner with that last pitch, trying to keep it away from him.
Here's 3-1.
Andre Ethier has come out on deck for the Dodgers.
They do have an abundance of outfielders.
Going to hit toward the pitcher.
3-1 to J-Roll. Left field. Deep. Ackley's there. Makes a catch on the track. Extra innings. Third consecutive ball game. Mariners won 8-7 yesterday. They won the middle game in Oakland 5-4. Let's see if they can hang up another W in extra frames when we return. Yeah, this is not something you see often. That's to say the least. Mike Zunino to lead it off against Yimi Garcia. Fifth pitcher for the Dodgers. Sweeping, breaking ball, swing on a miss. Zunino tonight, fly to center, strikeout swinging, strikeout looking.
For Garcia this year, just 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts though. Opponent's hitting 133 against him.
1-1 pitch.
Good fastball. It'll be in the low to mid 90s.
Two-1 to Mike Z. 2-2. Yimi Garcia, 24-year-old out of Mocha in the Dominican Republic. 2-2 to Zunino. Struck him out.
So he elevates a fastball at 94 miles an hour, able to throw it by Mike just above the belt.
Number 5, Brad Miller.
Here's Brett Miller. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout, 2 groundouts to short.
Ruggiano on deck.
Takes 2-0. Mariners have not had a hit. It's a 2-out solo home run by Ackley in the 5th inning. Three 3, 4, 5 guys in the middle of the Mariner order. Seager with a home run, Cruz with 2. Cano's got a base hit. Strike to Brett, 3-1.
Garcia just trying to keep the ball away from him. Ethier, the center fielder, shading towards left center. Typically late in the ball game and in a tie game, they're going to try to make you beat him the other way, and you can see the defense showing that.
3-1. Popped up, out of play. Mattingly's used 5 pitchers so far. Lloyd McClendon has used 4. Wow, nobody on. Top of the 10th in a 5-5 game. Put it play to Jimmy Rollins. 2 outs. First plate appearance for Justin Ruggiano.
Number 12, Justin Ruggiano.
For his first hit. There's a strike.
Well, I know Lloyd wanted to stay away from Medina, but he's starting to get loose in the pen. You have Ackley on deck, and then the pitcher spot due up after that. Pinch hitting wise, I would think you'd probably go to Willie Bloomquist. Sucre, Jackson, and Willie on the bench.
2 out, nobody on, an 0-2 count to Ruggiano.
It looks like it will be Willie.
1-2 pitch. Now, a lot of good arms in that bullpen. Garcia racks up a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 10th. 5-5 game. Up this evening.
Had a good fastball tonight. He topped out at 96. I thought his changeup was effective, and of course he always has the curveball. See some weak swings from the Dodgers. Look, at one point as if he was just going to cruise tonight.
Went the first 3 innings, shutout, hitless ball before giving up 3 runs and 3 hits in the 4th inning. Gave up 2 more runs in the 5th. Got through the 6th, no problem. We're in a 5-5 ball game, in a game in which the Mariners have been struck out 15 times compared to 6 for LA.
Tyler Olson has joined Medina in the pen. Both Medina and Olson getting loose.
Here's Andre Ethier, his first plate appearance. Veteran outfielder here with the Dodgers. First pitch, drives it into the gap, deep right center field, and one hop off the fence as Cruz couldn't come up with it. Lead off double. Midway City time, first pitch.
Well, the veteran coming off the bench, ready to swing the bat, and he hits a fastball 92 miles an hour. Good effort by Cruz and right. He was playing deep but shading more towards the line, had to run a long way, wasn't able to get there. And an easy double for Ethier. Puig due up. Puig is homered in this one. He's 3 for
4. Ethier coming up big. First pinch hit of the season. Actually, it was not a pinch hit.
No, he came in at center field.
Exactly. It was his 3rd hit of this very young season.
I don't think Puig will be bunting in this situation. Kyle Seager was even with the bag, but now he's starting to back up.
Foul ball.
Good pitch by Dominic. He would like to get him to pull the ball if he can. Hopefully hit it at Kyle Seager to keep the runner at second.
Mariners outfield, Ackle, Ruggiano, and Cruz. Infield, Seager, Miller, Cano, and Morrison. Rayon came on in the 8th. Game-winning run at second. Folding big time, 0-2. Just called back from Tacoma. It's on the bus from El Paso to Albuquerque. When he got the call, PG in LA. Will Helmson, hyperextension of his right elbow, on the DL for 15 days. Oh, and 2 to Puig. Good play by Zunino. 1-2. Gonzalez on deck. He's kind of hit 2 runs scored tonight. 1-2 here to Puig. Comebacker. Ethier holds. They get the out. Good job by Leon to freeze the runner. They bring up the National League Player of the Week.
I'm not sure that they're going to pitch to him. You do have Howie Kendrick that's going to come out on deck as you take a look at Puig. Chopper right back to the mound. Good job by Leon. Howie, no bargain. A couple of hits for him. It looks like they're going to put Gonzalez on. He's been their hottest hitter.
Adrian tonight, 1 for 4. He scored twice. Got a double to left center field back in the 5th inning. Kendrick has been murdered tonight. A double to right center field in the 4th run scored. Base hit to right in the 5th for an RBI.
And Dave, it'll be interesting how Leon goes after Howie Kendrick in this situation. Because as you know, typically they know he wants to hit the ball the other way, and you try to pitch him inside, and we've already seen him inside out the ball twice in this game. And over the years, it seems that fastball that's middle in is the one that he can really hit hard to right field. Well, this will be an interesting matchup.
Kendrick, a tough hombre on the Mariners in the course of his career. Career .292 hitter. Started tonight hitting at .292 in this young season.
I don't know that he's going to make a pitching change or if he's just going to go talk to Dominic and tell them how he wants him to pitch to Kendrick. Of course, Lloyd, hitting coach for the Tigers for a long time, certainly familiar with Kendrick and what he has seen over the years.
Lloyd letting him know what he wants.
Dodgers 2 for 4 tonight with runners in scoring position. Let's take a look at Howie as he waits. Jim Joyce going out to the mound, wanting to break things up.
Big spot in this ball game. Runners at 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Kendrick has hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight. 2 for 4. Scored a run, got an RBI. Oh, 1.
Both of his hits going to right field.
Dominic Leon thrown right into the fire after a call-up earlier today. 1-0 to Kendrick. Popped it up, down the line. Cruz giving chase. No play.
Dave, you can really see it even right there. The first pitch fastball probably just in off the plate. I'm sure that Lloyd told him, make sure you get it in there if you're going to go inside. Still tried to inside out that fastball.
Howie in 132 games against the Mariners, a .258 hitter with 8 homers and 62 runs batted in. Game-winning run at second, 1-1. It's stopped by Zunino, 2-1.
He missed his location there. Zunino was set up on the inside corner again. Carl Crawford waiting on deck. Looks like Tyler Olson, the lefty, is ready to go in the pen.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, he's just going to stay there. Their outfielder's playing really shallow right now. Ethier with good speed at second base on a base hit. Lloyd wants to make sure they have a chance to make a play at the plate.
Now holding Ethier pitch. Did he go? He did, as they check with Greg Gibson. Count runs full.
A fastball down in the zone. You take a look at it. And I think he went too far. It's a good call.
Dominic Leone trying to get the second out. Miller and Cano, double play depth. 3-2. Walked him.
And I think Lloyd, is going to get Tyler Olson. Take a look at Tyler. He's ready to go. He's been throwing for a while in the pen.
The base is loaded. So the old double switch. Going to bring Austin Jackson into center field. Replace Ruggiano. Tyler Olson will come in. And what a spot he'll be facing against the veteran Carl Crawford. Game on the line. 5-5 ball game. Bottom 10. And a reminder, Mariners post game coming up at the conclusion of this contest. Presented by Delta Airlines. Andrew Mentinkin, Bill Kruger and company. Here comes Carl Crawford.
Well, Tyler Olson out of Double-A. He's been a starter. Now he's a reliever. Made the club out of spring training. He has his work cut out for him. You can see so far for Tyler, 2 innings, 1 strikeout, 3 walks. He's not afforded that right here with Crawford stepping in. The bases loaded. Mariners have to bring their infield in, trying to double up Crawford. Not much chance of that, so the play will be at the plate.
Outfield up close as well. First pitch to Crawford. Swing. Tyler Olson shined during spring training, earning a spot on this ball club in the bullpen. He's trying to get the Mariners to the 11th inning. 0-1 to Crawford. This is that breaking ball, 1-1.
That's a good pitch, though. First pitch breaking ball, wild swing by Crawford. May as well try to throw it again a little bit further off the plate away. That was well located.
Here's the 1-1 to Crawford with the bases loaded in a 5-5 game. In there for strike 2. What a battle this has been. Out of zeros on the board since the 5th inning, but now the game on the line. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Olsen. Foul.
4 breaking balls in a row to Carl. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to elevate a fastball, change his eye level, see if they can get him to swing something up out of the strike zone. You take a look at this drop down breaking ball. He just gets a piece of it, but 4 in a row.
Ball with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Olsen.
And another one. Wow.
Struck him out. Talk about a big moment for this youngster from Spokane, Washington. 2 down.
Never threw him a fastball. All breaking balls.
Number 7.
Drop down on him again. Good play by Zunino.
Up Alex Guerrero. 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly.
And this is where Lloyd's stuck a little bit with the shape that the bullpen is in. Normally he would get the right-hander, but even if you do that and you go extra innings, play some more extra innings, Dave, there's nobody else to go to down there.
What a spot. Strike 1.
Saw Medina up earlier, but I think he was going to use him for just 1 hitter.
Olsen picking up his first major league win on Saturday, a 5-4 win by the Mariners in 11 innings. That was a tight spot, but this is twice as tight. 0-1. Folding, and he's ahead 0-2. So 0-2, a strike away from continuing this ball game. The 0-2 pitch, backhanded by Zunino. 1-2 to Guerrero. Inning started with the double, then a ground out, an intentional walk, a walk to Kendrick. And Crawford was struck out. Now 1-2 here to Guerrero. Here's a pitch from Olsen. Just got a piece of it.
He's done an excellent job of keeping that pitch down in the zone. Take a look at this pitch. Wants it down, see if he can get him to swing over the top of it as he just gets a piece of it.
Crowd on its feet here at Dodger Stadium. Those remaining at 42,202. 1-2 pitch from Olsen to Guerrero. Almost hit him. 2-2.
Take a look at this. This is a fastball. They want it on the inside corner.
That was close. Breaking ball outside corner again.
I think he's going to throw the breaking ball, tries to try to keep it down. If he hits it, try to keep it on the ground.
2-2 pitch from Olsen. Punches it right center field. It gets down. Efield scores. Dodgers win 6-5. Second RBI of the night for Guerrero, and it's a game winner.
Well, things look really good for the Mariners early in the ballgame. Tough situation for Tyler Olsen to come into, but Lloyd just didn't have any choices. He wanted to keep Farquhar, Medina, Rodney. They'd all pitched a lot over the last few days, and it was up to Tyler. But the Mariners coming out and hitting some home runs early. It looked like it was going to be an easy game. This is a good pitch, too. That pitch, you got to give Guerrero some credit. That pitch is on the corner and down, and he was able to dig it out for that line drive base hit. Tough loss for the Mariners.
They'd won the previous 2 games in extra frames. They lose this one in extra innings. First of 3 with the Dodgers. Look for the bounce back tomorrow night. Sashi Iwakuma and got Taijuan Walker on Wednesday as they celebrate here in L.A. Mariners lose this one. A tough one. 6-5 final. L.A. Angie and Bill are ready with the Mariners post-game show presented by Delta Airlines.